opposed to cruising. You and I are not accustomed to that. There are a couple of cruise news stories out there on social media where locals have voted down, have said, we don't want new terminals. We don't want more ships, bigger ships to visit. There's another story out there which says we want to tax cruisers more money. It's already passed. It's going into effect. We're going to share both stories with you on the show today and how they could impact cruising. We're also sharing news of a princess ship, an itinerary that has been completely changed. Every port of call that was in place when people booked have now been changed for other ports of call. What should happen? We'll discuss that as well. We all need some time on the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. Happy Monday, May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Islanders. Thank you for stopping by the show today. We hope you're celebrating in style. We're on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together as we are rejected. Do you guys remember that old basketball player, Dikembe Mutombo, who would block a shot and wave his finger? No, no, no. That's what it feels like lately. The last year and a half, there have been different countries around the world say no. We don't want more terminals here. We don't want more ships here. We don't want the mega ships here. And it seems like over and over and over, from Barcelona to different places in Alaska to now Grand Cayman, that countries are saying no, no more, no more. And it's hard to be rejected at anything. As cruisers, it's tough as well because we want to go see the world. That's one reason why we cruise. But we also have to respect the locals. The local governments, the local citizens, and how they want to live their life. It's a balance. It's a balance, and we have not found a compromise the last year or year and a half. A couple of stories here of locals saying, you know what, we don't want any more of it. Or if you do come, we want to charge you more money for it. Let's start in the Cayman Islands. One of my favorite places in the world to visit, Grand Cayman, is beautiful. Great beaches, 7 Mile Beach, pristine waters. A lot of us have visited there before. If you have, share your adventures with us in the comments section. It's a tender port. It's a place that as cruise ships have gotten larger and larger, the government there, the locals there have said, you know what, we can't do it. Our water shuttles, our tenders, they can't shuttle that many people. We can't have these 6,000 and 7,000 passenger ships. We just can't do it. We have to have the smaller ships, and that's what we have seen. But there's been something on the table where locals and cruise lines have said, let's do away with the water shuttles. Let's build a terminal. Let's build an area where ships can dock at, our passengers can get off. They can enjoy your country, your island. They can spend their money. It sounds like a great idea, does it not? Locals got to vote, which is important. Locals got to decide, do we want this new terminal? Do we want this new access for cruise ships? 4 ships at a time. The world's largest ships would be able to come to this new terminal, these new docks, these new piers. More passengers than ever would be able to spend their money there in Grand Cayman. And the locals there said no. We don't want it. They voted on it. And 64% of the locals said we don't want to build a new terminal. We don't want to build new berths where 4 different cruise ships would be able to visit in one day. We don't want to have these largest cruise ships in the world be able to visit. 64%. We don't want it. We've got to respect that, but it's tough because that means that smaller ships will be the ones that continue to visit Grand Cayman. That means that no terminal is going to be built, that water shuttles and those tender boats will continue to go back and forth, which I know is a challenge for those families that visit Grand Cayman, for older people, for those who are in mobility scooters. Not saying it's impossible, but it makes it very, very tough. A new cruise terminal would have been nice. New piers, new gangways would have been nice. New retail spaces would have been nice. But the locals said no. And this is after Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean said, we will help pay for this. This whole project was going to be between $150 and $200 million. Carnival and Royal Caribbean said, let us pay for most of this. We want to invest in this because cruise lines know this is one problem, one of their biggest problems as they continue to build ships. And yes, they're large ships, but even if they weren't large ships, the scheduling and the logistics of on a 7-day cruise, what 3 ports of call are visited, it's getting more and more difficult. So cruise lines have an interest and they're putting their money where their mouth is. Let us pay for some of this. They said no. Why did the proposal fail? I've looked at it this morning, and there's some here. There's three different reasons I came up with. Some locals wanted a smarter, more sustainable way forward. They didn't want to spend all this money. They didn't want to welcome some of the largest ships in the world. They didn't want to be inundated with 20,000 people on their island. They just didn't want it. Some said the existing infrastructure needs to be addressed. Some of the failing current infrastructure, cruise infrastructure, needs to be addressed first. Once we fix what we have, maybe we can go build something that we want, or maybe even need. And some said, you know what, I just don't have enough information on this. Are taxes going to go up? What's this going to look like? So they voted no. It's interesting to see the locals there have decided what they wanted. We respect that. We respect that. People have a say-so in what they want to happen in their daily life. We respect it. But it does mean, and there were some hints of this around the media coverage, that the locals, they want more resort-style memories created. Instead of cruise ships, instead of one-day memories there, they said, hey, come on, we have resorts. Come stay 7 days at our resorts and don't visit via cruise ship. It's interesting. They're not the only ones, though, that have kind of given a little slap in the face. That one was tough. That one was bam, right across the face. This one was a slap too, Hawaii. And Hawaii is a very popular cruise destination. All the major cruise brands visit Hawaii. And a lot of us want to go to Hawaii. A lot of these cruises are longer. They're 12 or 14 days. Norwegian has the Pride of America that sails out of Hawaii and island hops. That's a popular one, although Norwegian is not happy of this news. May the 2nd, lawmakers decided to increase the transient accommodations tax and include cruise ship guests for the first time in these new fees. Now, what does that mean if you're visiting Hawaii, which a lot of you are? And a lot of you, it's on your radar. It's on my bucket list. It's on Amanda's bucket list for sure. This will go into effect January the 1st of next year. And this is a 11% tax on cruise fares that visit Hawaii. Here is an example that I've come up with for you, okay? Let's say that the cruise is 14 days. You will only be taxed 11% of your cruise fare on the days that the ship visits Hawaii. So let's say on a 14-day cruise, 3 days you're visiting Hawaii. So it's only 3 days that you would pay that 11% tax on your cruise fare. Let's say your cruise was $5,000. You divide that by 14 days, you have a cost of $357 a day for 2 people. You take that $357 and you times it by 3 because you're visiting Hawaii for 3 days. That's $1,071 of your cruise fare that's going towards Hawaii. You times that by the 11%, and that is $117.85. So in this scenario, a 14-day cruise to Hawaii, you would be charged $117.85 with this new tax. Now, will it stop people from going? Maybe, maybe not. $117 is $117. For some people, it's the principle. Don't charge me more. I'm already paying. Norwegian Cruise Line is not happy about this. Norwegian Cruise Line operates the Pride of America out of Hawaii, 7-day cruises that island hop, and you can visit all kinds of different islands. It's a very popular destination and ship. Norwegian Cruise Line is threatening to pull the Pride of America from selling these itineraries. We'll see what happens here because you can imagine the tax on those cruise guests is a lot. It's estimated that the new tax will generate $100 million. It will go towards things like hurricane relief, fire research and relief. We know that Hawaii had some big wildfires just a couple of years ago. But it's just another way that governments are saying, listen, we don't want you here, or if you come, we need you to pay more money. It seems like places around the world are doing that. And if you cruise a lot, you have to take it into consideration. At the end of the day, islanders, I think locals should have a say-so. And if they want cruising to visit their culture, their country, and if that answer is yes, how many ships do you want per day? Do you want to limit the size of the ship? I think locals should be able to decide. It stinks for me and for you, but I think locals get to decide that. Share your thoughts on the comments section below. Would a tax like this, or the tax that's set to start visiting, for the cruise guests visiting Mexico, set to start this summer, will that hinder you from visiting some of these places? Let us know in the comments section below. I wanted to share this story as well. Princess Cruises has changed a cruise, completely changed a cruise, changed every port of call on a cruise. And what they did, I guess as a result of this, to those cruise guests, is kind of surprising to me. This is the Sky Princess cruising New Year's, December the 28th of this year. The ship was supposed to go to the Western Caribbean. The ship was going to visit Costa Maya, Cozumel, Belize, and Roatan. A great itinerary, really, for the Western Caribbean. But Princess Cruises reached out to passengers and said, you know what? I know you booked this. I know that's an itinerary that you have booked. And you may have even planned excursions outside of Princess. But we're changing this. We're not just changing one port. We're changing the entire thing. You were going west. Now you're going east. You're going to visit Grand Turk, San Juan, Amber Cove, and Nassau. I think that itinerary is better. I really do. But at the same time, there's cruisers who may have booked this cruise to go west. Maybe they always go east. They want to go west. There's also cruisers who have spent money on those excursions outside of the cruise line, and now they're not going on that itinerary anymore. Guests who want to keep their booking will receive a gift from Princess Cruises. What do you think Princess should offer in a case like this, where they've completely changed the cruise? To me, they should offer things like flexible changes. If you don't want to go on the cruise anymore, you can change to another sailing. To me, they should offer a refund. If you completely don't want to go, don't want to rebook a Princess Cruise, you get your money back. To me, they should give you some time to think about this. Take a week or two. Let us know by the end of the month if you want to continue to go on this cruise or not. That, to me, is fair. Princess Cruises did none of those. They're given a $25 per person onboard credit. $25, when you may have spent hundreds or thousands on excursions of your current cruise. And we know that itineraries can be changed. We know that. But the entire itinerary is changed? I think something more should have been offered here instead of just $25 per person onboard credit. I think there should be some flexibility. Move to another cruise. After all, this is the New Year's sailing. And even if some of these people cancel, others will book. Others may book because of the itinerary change. They have a more desirable itinerary. I just thought here, passengers lost in this cruise news story as well, because $25 per person is not a lot. Not a good news show today. All kinds of bad news, and I apologize for that, because if you watch the show, you know I'm a positive person. I usually see the cup as half full or more. But at the same time, I have to share the cruise news as it is out there. Tomorrow, though, hopefully we have some better stories for you. Sometimes, though, these stories make you think a little bit. What would I do? What should be done? And we can't wait to see your thoughts in the comment section below. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. Before you leave the show today, be sure you like the video. Share it with someone that enjoys cruising just like you do. Make sure you're subscribed and leave your comment below. We will see you there on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.